Hello YouTube, it's MacDude and today I'm going to do a very special unboxing of the iPad 2 Wi-Fi 64GB edition. So I'm going to go ahead and open the box, I guess with an Ethernet cable. This is very nice plastic wrap. So on the front of the box, there of course is the iPad showing off how thin it is. iPad, Apple logo, iPad, Apple logo. Apple is very uniform with their package, and then also all the information. So the box is one of those very slow lifting boxes. So I'll lift it up, and inside is the iPad 2. Now I'm not going to take it out of its packaging. It's plastic wrap, because I do not have a screen protector yet for it, so I'm going to wait until I get a screen protector for it, and then I'll probably take the plastic off. So what else is in the box is this little USB charger. It is a lot more powerful than the iPhone one, so that's why it's a little bit bigger. And also the instruction book. And inside the instruction book is the iPad information, bunch of funny instructions, as Locker Gnome pointed out. There was a lot of funny stuff in here, and also Apple stickers as usual. There also is a USB 2.0 cable in the box to synchronize your iPad. Now I'm not going to use this because I have a bunch of these lying around, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Now, for the iPad, as you can see, it's extremely thin, and I don't have the first generation iPad, so I was really excited to get this. And when you turn it on for the first time, all you're greeted with is the connect to iTunes thing. I guess it's not going to show me that. Well, maybe it will. There, see, connect to iTunes. So I can't do anything until this is connected to iTunes. Hello YouTube, it is MacDude. Today I'm going to do a iPad 2 review. Now, I have an unboxing of this, which I'm probably going to post at the same time as I'm posting this video. It's going to be in the same video because I do have the YouTube partnership. So that should help out with the 15-minute constraint. So I'm going to go right ahead and go into the hardware. This is the iPad 2 Wi-Fi 64GB version. Now, I was going to get the 3G, but I really couldn't pay the extra a month, so I decided not to get the 3G. I wanted it though, but I couldn't afford it. Now another thing is, as you can see right here, there's a piece of tape. It's because I don't have any protectors on this yet, so right now I'm keeping the protector on here, but I cut out a port for the speaker, the microphone, and the dock connector, so that part kind of tore off a little bit, so it's okay. But I will be getting a power support screen protector for this, and I'm also getting an in-case today. So first off, I've had this iPad 2 for, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, and overall impressions, this thing is super thin. Now, I never had the original iPad, but I've heard it's a pain to hold after a little while because it's a little bit heavy and it's pretty thick. But the new one is very thin, and also it is very light. Now, they've only made it a little bit lighter, but the thickness, you can grip it a lot better. It's a lot better. So on the back, you can see still Apple logo. I think it's a little bit smaller iPad, all the information. Then the dock connector and the speaker, which is a little bit bigger. It delivers better audio, but it's not a better speaker. The speaker itself is actually a lot smaller on the second generation, but again, it still sounds pretty good. I'm not going to test anything for copyright reasons, but anyways. So on the side, you can see there's nothing here, but here there's a volume rocker, it's still a rocker, not separate buttons like the iPod Touch, and also a mute or rotation lock switch. Now on the back you can see there's a camera right there. And here you can see that there is the sleep wake button, which is a little bit bigger than the first generation. This little dot right here is a microphone, and also this is the headphone jack, and it's a little bit like recessed on the iPad because it's very thin, but the sound quality that comes out is pretty good. On this side, nothing. The front, there's the front-facing camera here. Screen still has the pretty big bezel, which I find is actually very necessary, and also the home button. So I'm going to go ahead and power this thing on, and of course the sun's coming through my window, so it's a little bit glared. And you can see you can orient it in almost every rotation. So go ahead and apply to unlock. Now, as you can see, you're greeted by the familiar iPad home screen. Now, there's a few new things. Camera, photo booth, and FaceTime. Now, those are all new features because it does have the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and test a few of them. Now, photo booth allows you to pretty much, you can do a bunch of effects, and you can even switch the camera. You do thermal, one of my favorites, kaleidoscope, but you can't really get anything out of it. So you can see the cameras. This is a straightforward camera, and then FaceTime is almost like FaceTime for the Mac. It's pretty much the same. Now there's Safari, which is the same as always on an iPad. It opens up like this. Very nice. This has replaced my MacBook Pro for the most part. And then Mail, it's the same Mail. Now I have to say the multitasking is a little bit faster. You can see I have a bunch of apps open, and it still has not slowed down, and I still can get the 10-hour battery life. Photos all the same. iPod, the same. It's pretty much the same stuff except for the camera stuff, and it is a little bit faster. Now, I don't have an iPad 1 for testing, like beside it, but I have to say this one, I've held an iPad 1, and it was a lot thicker, and also a lot faster than the, it's a lot slower than the second generation. The second generation is much faster due to the A5 processor, the double RAM, and the new graphics card, which is actually a dual-core graphics card built into the A5 chip with a dual-core processor. So you pretty much get 4 cores, but they're not all processor cores. Some of them are graphics cores. Now, I'm just going to go over the good and the bad of this. The good, it's an iPad. The iPad 1 was amazing. This one just goes out and completely redesigns everything, makes it even better, blows the zoom, the Galaxy Tab, the Playbook, which I actually held the Playbook, and I have to say it's not good. It's definitely very buggy. It's not a very good tablet. I actually compared it to my iPad. I was in a Best Buy a little while ago, and my iPad is by far a lot better. Because it has the same flow of Mac OS X, bringing the simple user interface in, but it's still very productive. Now, there's a few bad things about it, but I have to say the good outweighs the bad. There's really only a few things that are bad with it. So first off, the camera quality is not so good. This has a VGA camera, which you can record VGA quality video, which is actually not that bad for that. And it only takes 0.3 megapixel pictures, so it's definitely not going to be something you're going to whip out of your pocket, take self-portraits of. Now on the back, this camera records 720p, and the video recording quality is actually very good. Now there's a problem. This is only a 0.7 megapixel camera. So it's not even a megapixel, so you're not going to get any really good photos out of it. I tried to take a few. It's just like the iPod Touch. It really isn't a usable still photo camera. Now, also another thing is backlight bleeding. I know there's been a bunch of reports of it. Mine has it to some certain extent, and I have already contacted Apple about the issue. They say as soon as they figure out the issue, they've been able to bring the replacement times down. They'll send me one that does not have any backlight bleed, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just get it switched out at the Apple store because I live 15 minutes away from one, so it's not that much of an issue to get it swapped out at the Genius Bar. So overall, I give it 4.5 stars now, just because of the backlight bleed. But as soon as the backlight bleed's fixed, it is a 5 out of 5 stars. It is one of the best things I've ever purchased besides my MacBook Pro and my iPod Touch. And this is definitely bridging the gap. I haven't really been able to use my MacBook Pro very much. But overall, this is a great device. I'd recommend that you buy it fully. So this has been a MacDude 98 production, and one of the best. And just an announcement, I'm almost at 70,000 views. Thank you, all you people that watch all my videos. That's a lot for just a small YouTube channel. So anyways, bye.